welcome back to the pod. As you can see, we had some effects today. That's because your boy's hosting. Aiden, for some reason, doesn't like nice things. So, we're going to try this out, see how y'all like it. Put in the chats, in the comment section what y'all think. But welcome back to the pod. I'm your host today, Tavius, aka T Whistle. Got one of the main mans, Aiden, over here, Mr. Gator Chomp, Mr. Gator Bait, Mr. Can't Spell, and then we got the other main man on the far left, Mr. Blank Screen, Mr. I don't like to show my face, Mr. Am I a Sports Fan? aka Zach. As you can see, we got great energy today. Go ahead, get some claps in the chat. Get some claps in the chat. A lot to talk about. I'm excited for this episode. First, we got to talk about it first. Playoffs. MLB. It's October. This is where champions are made and born. And you know who's not going to be a part of that? My Astros. Tied with Detroit to end the year. We basically lost all tiebreakers because we wanted to lose all series against all teams in AL for some reason. And we just weren't locked in. Pitching didn't get the best of us this year and really let us down. And we couldn't hit. When you can't pitch or hit, you don't play good baseball. Fellas, what do we have to say about MLB playoffs so far?
Well, first off, you coming out guns blazing, calling out that I can't spell, and then coming out here saying Zach ain't a real sports fan. Whoa, this is a lot different.
I just want to put it out there. You can't spell. And then, two, Zach, it was a question. That's all it was.
No, that's fine. Hey, I'm not saying that I can't. I mean, I can spell very basic words, don't get me wrong. But whenever it starts getting a little more than, 7 letters, then I start getting lost. But I'm just saying, you're coming out guns blazing, calling me out. Crazy. But yesterday, with Wild Card Game 2 going on, everybody played. Dodgers took care of business. Red Sox and Yankees was a great game. I was working, but I was still, had the phone on the side, watching it here and there. Got Game 3 going on right now with the Padres Cubs, and then Tigers Guardians. They're playing tonight, right after the Cubs, or did they play earlier today?
Tigers won, so
Tigers locked up.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But this is what I love about baseball and playoffs. I watch baseball the most during the playoffs just because it's a little more exciting. That Red Sox-Yankees game yesterday was phenomenal. And then I thought the Reds and Dodgers was going to be a great game, but then Dodgers just came out and took care of business. But Zach, your thoughts?
Wait 1 second, Zach, before you give some thoughts. After you give your thoughts, I'm going to need a little prediction for the game tonight. We already got the Cubs 2-0 on Padres. Need a prediction on if they're going to hold on. It's going into the top of the sixth. And then prediction for Red Sox-Yankees. Heated rivalry. Games decided tonight. I'm going to need a prediction for that. But Zach, go ahead. What are your thoughts about the playoffs so far?
They've been fun to watch so far. I didn't, to have 3 of the series go into have a game 3. I like that. It's more fun for winner-take-all games. I've always liked those type of games. The Reds, I kind of didn't realize they were in playoffs until the wild card started. And then they just got whipped by the Dodgers. But the Red Sox-Yankees has been fun to watch. The Cubs-Padres has been fun to watch because you have 2 very good bullpens. And then, Game 1, you had the back-to-back bombs that just boosted Chicago. Yesterday, the Padres bullpen was just absolutely dotting corners 100-plus miles an hour, shut them down, and now they're up. And then Detroit and Cleveland, I think, were just trading blows back and forth. But I honestly expected Detroit to win that series, and they did. So it's been fun so far. Can't complain.
What's your predictions?
Who do you think's going to win? All right, wait 1 second. Who we got tonight?
You first, Aiden.
All right. Tonight, I think the Cubs hold on to it. They're kind of rolling right now on both sides, the offense and defense. Top of the sixth right now. They got one out. I mean, they're playing comfortable. Padres are kind of looking. I don't want to say like they're breaking down, but they're not playing the best ball. I mean, they're trying to get the ball into play, but just can't right now. The Cubs are capitalizing, so I'm gonna choose them to close it out and continue their postseason run. And then I'm gonna pick the Yankees. Yesterday, watching them, the Red Sox, I thought we're gonna pull away and win Game 2, not let the Yankees come back. But the little error out in left field kind of kick-started the Yankees' offense and got them to go up, and then they never let go, and they just kept it. So I think the Yankees are going to pull that one out as well.
Heard it from Aiden first. Now Zach, come on, bring up the middle part. Who you got tonight?
I think the Cubs will finish it out. If San Diego does somehow get some runs here, then I will think. If San Diego takes the lead, they're winning. But if the Cubs hold on to it, then they're obviously going to win. But tonight, I'm going to pick the Red Sox. I feel like they I don't know. I have a feeling that the Red Sox are just going to win tonight. It's not really like I don't have a reason why. I just feel like the Red Sox are gonna take it. So, and yeah, obviously the other series are already decided. But that's my division. Yeah, picks tonight.
There you go. A little controversy to start. Aiden's got the Yanks. Zach's got the Red Sox. Looks like I'm the tiebreak because I'm also going Cubs. I think they'll hold on, even though I really do hope the Cubs lose. I don't want to see the city of Chicago happy. I'm being honest. Right? If my team can't win, I hope all teams lose. All right? I hope the players go on strike. No more postseason. No champion.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I know. I'm already making enemies in the office because they started playing the games during work hours, and I was out here rooting for the Padres. Hey, I don't want to see nobody happy if I can't be happy. But I don't know. They're winning. Looks like Padres got one on first base. We'll see if they make something happen.
They just did. Double play.
What do you mean? That's not the Padres making nothing happen.
No, I'm saying that you said. No, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
They didn't. They just got shut out. Double play off the field now.
Cubs are locking it down. They trying to win. They trying to do something for the city, and I respect it. But Red Sox Yankees. Well, they can do something for the city for one round. Goodness gracious. But we got Yankees. We got the Red Sox. Some might say the best rivalry in baseball. I don't know. Let's see. Give me the Yankees. Even though it pains me to do it, because I don't like the Yankees. I really don't. But I think they're going to ride that momentum. Mr. Chisholm is about to chisel away at this little pitching they got over there at Boston. Hits a home run tonight. If y'all are betting people, bet on a home run from Jazz Chisholm if he plays. If Aaron Boone gets his head out of his butt and plays him. Yeah.
It's Aaron
What do
Boone. Good luck with that.
Yeah, we'll see. But after tonight, we got the playoffs set. Who do y'all think is going to take it home this year?
Before we go into that, I got a question for both of you guys. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but or I don't know if all of them, but I know 3 of the teams held something yesterday for the teams that had the first round bye or the buys. They held something yesterday. If it was a inner squad scrimmage, if it was like just some sort of like competitive thing, What are your guys' thoughts on that? I don't remember anything like this kind of happening before. If it has, I never knew this, but I know the Phillies had fans at their inter squad at their scrimmage, and then the Mariners also also had a scrimmage as well. But the Brewers, I think they just had BP and kind of drills and stuff. I'm not sure if Blue Jays did anything. I'm sure that they did. But what are your guys' thoughts on kind of having that inter squad scrimmage available for fans to come in?
I mean, I like it. It keeps the players in game form because when you're not playing the first round, I mean, that's basically almost like a extended break, and especially going into postseason, you don't want to get cold if you're hot and all that. Like, you don't want to just cool off. I think it's a good thing to keep having game like situations to, I don't know, keep it up. So I mean, I thought it was cool. The Mariners brought back their Ichiro to play in their inter-squad game, which I thought was funny. But yeah, I think it was pretty neat.
I mean, that's whatever. I could care less. It ain't the Astros, so it don't matter. But I mean, it's cool from their perspective. They're keeping up some engagement, getting the city hype, fans hype for baseball coming up. But I'll pick my World Series winner first. It pains me to do it. Y'all know
Don't say it.
I'm an Astros fan. We know this. But it's gonna be the Dodgers. They're gonna win.
No.
They're gonna win. They got the best player in baseball. They can hit. It don't matter if you pitch well. You got some hitters on that team, and I think they're gonna keep that momentum going and win back to back. It pains me to say it, but they're gonna do it. Aiden, who we got winning the World Series?
So I'm gonna go who your team is playing. I'm gonna go the Phillies. I'm gonna piggyback. I think the Phillies are a strong team, and I think they're gonna power through. I think they're gonna stop the Dodgers in their tracks. They've kind of been sitting there. They're waiting. I do think that their scrimmage did help. I know that some of that stuff can be kind of a distraction. Some guys might not take it as serious and then kind of lose that competitive edge. But I feel like the Phillies probably that with their fans being there, I don't think that that's something that they took as like a game or like just a distraction. I think that it's something that actually helped them continue to have that competitive edge, and I think they're gonna come out ready for the Dodgers, and they're gonna take it all the way.
Man, hey, someone's a comedian tonight. I tell you, Zach. We got the Dodgers. We got the Phillies. Who you picking?
Hold on one second. I blow my nose. Well, first of all, I just want to say that your statement on saying that good hitting beats good pitching is just so. I think good pitching will beat good hitting anytime because it doesn't matter. Like you're not gonna. It's not a joke. It's just the truth from someone who played baseball. The people who pitch better are going to win those battles majority of the time. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
when you have a lineup with Shohei and Mookie and Freddie Freeman,
Yeah.
it's good. But I'm not picking the Dodgers. I just can't.
Because
So
you hate great teams. But
no,
go ahead, tell us who you got.
You did it too early. It's hard to pick because see, no, you're gonna sit here and listen to all this. National League wise, the Brewers are gonna choke. I don't think if the Cubs make it to the Brewers, I think the Cubs win that series. But I do think Philly can get to the World Series. I think this is the year that Philly finally gets there. American League wise, I I don't know, because while Detroit almost had a major collapse, I don't think they have enough momentum to make a run to this to even win the World Series. The Blue Jays, I just can never trust, but I'm gonna go with the wild card here. I'm gonna go with the Mariners this year. I know you don't like that because you're an Astros fan, but I'm sorry. I think it's the Mariners' time to shine. Like, they've been playing great all year. It's now or never for them. Like, they gotta do something,
This guy.
and they have the pitching to do it.
No, they don't. I've seen the
Your
Mariners
team
play.
lost to them.
I've seen
I
them
don't want to
play.
hear it.
Okay, and they're gonna lose the first round. Sorry to tell you.
To who?
Whoever they play.
Man.
It's just what they do. They don't win. I'm gonna pick a winner. Aiden picked someone that's been there. Have the Mariners ever made the World Series?
No, which is why I'm going on a limb.
All
here.
right,
Like,
then.
no.
Yeah, going out on a whim. You just want to see the underdogs win. You don't want to see greatness. I get it. You're
What's
a hater.
wrong with seeing underdogs win?
You only pick underdogs. You don't like seeing dynasties.
It's not true. I like seeing dynasties. I just like teams.
Name
that
one
beat
dynasty you like.
Name one dynasty I liked.
Yeah, name one.
I liked the Golden State Warriors run.
Really?
Really, I did.
Aren't you the same person that says Stephen Curry ruined basketball?
I never once said that, and you know that. That's crazy.
Nah, that one don't deserve that. That deserves a doom.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Guys, y'all don't have the privilege of listening to these people talk consistently or over the years argue things in basketball. That's one of the biggest lies I've heard.
Yeah.
Not.
Hey, chat, also realize who is telling you that information. Because we have the same
Wow.
thing going right back at him.
Really? Look.
Really?
You were all right, Tavius. It's a little easier for you because you were a fan of a dynasty that's arguably, like, it's probably over now. Like, you were a fan of one. Like, it's
No.
What are
easy
you
to say.
talking about?
Zach, I was on his side whenever he said choose a dynasty. I was really intrigued on what you were going to pick because you are, like, notorious for, like, talking so bad about, like, dynasties and wanting them to lose so bad.
And I'm almost positive I've heard Zach say, I don't want to see the Warriors win again.
He probably has said that, but
Especially
he's not.
when Katie was on the team.
He's
Oh, that's
not
overpowered.
as he's not as consistent with, like, the Warriors as he is with, like, Bama, the Chiefs, like, those guys.
Patriots,
Yeah.
Astros. Now it's going to be the Dodgers.
Again, I don't hate the Dodgers. I just would. It'd be nice to. I think. Picking a team that's an underdog and that's never won a World Series before, that actually has a good chance. I like the odds of it.
What do you mean? Everyone has a good chance to win the World Series. They're in the
No,
playoffs.
Tavius, they don't. That's statistically
What do you
false,
mean?
and you know that.
How does that statistically false?
So you're telling me that the White Sox had a good chance to win the World Series this year? No, they didn't.
They didn't make the playoffs. I said if you're in the
didn't
playoffs, you
specify
have a
that.
chance to win. Yes,
He did say the playoffs.
Chat, put it in the comment section.
All right, so you're saying the Reds had a good chance to win the playoffs?
They have the same chance as everyone else. You got to play the game.
As everyone else, I don't agree with that. I agree they do have a
How?
chance.
What do you mean? You got to
I
play the
think-
game.
I think the
Yeah, you gotta-
Mariners, the Blue Jays, the Brewers, and the Phillies had a better chance than the wild card.
You know what? That's a fair statement. I'll give you that.
That's why I don't think
Alright.
every team in here has the same chance. I think there are 4 teams that have an upper hand because they have a whole bye that they're getting to sit and rest their players as the other teams have to duke it out.
Agreed, but that also hasn't mattered in years past because there's
It
no
can
teams
work
in the wild
against
card
them.
round to make it to the.
Yeah,
CS.
that's totally fine, and I get that. But I'm just saying I would still say that they have a better chance because they're well rested and
They already made it past one round.
right.
They can't lose in the first round because they already made it. All right, I respect chat. Clip that. I admit I was wrong. These two might tell you I never do that, but
I never said you never do that. You always say I never do that, and I know that's false.
Yeah, okay. All right, Mr. Stubborn. Now it's time to move on to the most popular sport there is in America. NFL time. Now look, I'm gonna share my screen. Where the heck is this? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Buyout. Man. Woo, look at that.
Hey, we got to go back to last week's.
Yeah, give me a 2 seconds. Golly.
That's like 4 right there.
I was clicking buttons. I got one mouse. All right, relax.
Up the seconds
All right.
next time.
NFL Week 4. We ended up with Zach winning with 11 picks correct. Give it up.
Back-to-back weeks.
Give it up for him. Give it up for him. He's on fire. Now, is he only picking favorites? Sure. We're not going to talk about it. But Aiden with a close second. 10 correct. Give it up. I hear you in the back. There we go. And with Tavius, geez Louise, Zach almost doubled his total. Tavius bringing up the word 6. Goodness gracious. Almost comedy. Man, what happened, Tavius? So, looking at it, I think Aiden got lucky with Pittsburgh, let's be honest. Washington, I was a little too high on Marcus Mariota, I'll admit it. Great game, but Atlanta pulling it out. If y'all did see, I had Atlanta first. Let's put it out there. But I changed it because I can't pick Dirty Birds. So there's 1 point out there. New Orleans, we'll talk about them later. Carolina, I thought they were having momentum. They just shut out the Falcons. Then they dipped blown out the water. Typical Carolina Panther fashion. I'll never believe in them again. We all win a 0 burger on these Giants. Jackson Dart led them to a win. That's crazy. We'll talk about that later. Tampa had a chance at the end. I don't know how they don't beat a team that doesn't complete a pass in the second half. Rams, I got that one right. I'm hearing crickets about that. San Fran losing to Jacksonville. That was kind of crazy. Baltimore, Lamar got hurt, but they were getting pretty blown out when Lamar even went down. So Baltimore's just not the same this year. We'll talk about that later. Las Vegas had a chance at the end. Zach, we'll get your take on that. Only one riding with Chicago there. Crazy. Green Bay handled business. Well, technically, I gave us all a point here because it tied. We didn't factor that in. Well, we'll talk about that later if we should allow that or not. But Miami getting the win. I thought the Jets would be better because they played good. I won't believe in them ever again. Denver just spanked Cincinnati. Wow. They got to do something at quarterback, boys. Thoughts on week 4? Zach, what are your thoughts on week 4? Why'd you do so well? Tell the people what you saw.
Well, apparently I'm picking favorites. Sometimes that's just the way you gotta do it, man. Like, you're out here looking for upsets that just aren't realistic or gonna happen.
Now you're cheating.
I mean, like I said last week, I was right on KC. I figured that they were gonna ball out. They did. The Bears, it was ugly. It was ugly. The defense was rocking. The offense was sucking. Like, let's just be real. I mean, when you have what's his face on the Raiders defense, he was just being an absolute menace to the offensive line and being.
Don't disrespect Max Crosby like that.
I forgot his name. All right, Crosby was just an absolute menace to the Bears defense or Bears offensive line and Caleb. But I mean, it was ugly. But then, obviously, once we were able to get down there and score, and Like especially in the second half, like I was listening / watching to this on my way home from my future niece's birthday party, and I screamed. I was yelling in the car. Like, I was happy. But then as soon as I saw how much time was left, I was like, well, shit. Yep, we're screwed. And then especially after a big return like that, and I was just I lost. I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll be okay. And then we stopped them. I saw the time. We had like 40 seconds left. I'm like, all right, they made this field goal. We'll have plenty of time. Part of me was, and in the back of my head, I kind of thought there's been a lot of shenanigans on special teams lately. A lot of blocked field goals, returns. I'm just like, you know what? It'd be awesome if they blocked it, but I never. That kind of just went away, like, because the chances of that happening are pretty slim. And then as soon as I saw him kick it and I saw the ball wobble after it got hit, I was so fucking hyped. Like, I was so hyped. Like, I was happy they won. It was ugly, but they won, so I can't complain. I will say I was very surprised that even I get wrong. I was very surprised that the Giants pulled it out against the Chargers. Maybe Jackson Dart is the answer. Obviously, Russell Wilson's not the answer. So I was surprised, but I thought it was a good week of games. There were some blowouts. The primetime games, other than I think Sunday night, were kind of booty. But that happens. So, Aiden, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, last week was action-packed for the most part, at least Sunday, all the way up until Sunday night, even though, yes, it ended up in a tie. I think ties need to get out of there. I cannot stand ties. Ties are the worst thing in sports. I need a winner. I need a loser. There's also some people saying that the clock should have struck 0 at the last play for the Packers, but it didn't. So that was able to go into OT, or that was in OT to make the game a tie. For my picks, I try to monitor each game. I try to monitor each team and how they're playing. The Rams and Indy. Indy's been playing phenomenal, and if they don't fumble the ball for the dude trying to celebrate, I'm pretty sure they win that game.
That's a career-ending play right there.
He's a rookie. It'll be his one it'll be his one not shining moment. It'll be the opposite. It'll be the opposite. I knew that was coming. That's why I paused. The Colts also had 10 people on the field on the last play. So can't have that. Florida's done that twice this year. I should know that you cannot do that. So, but I mean, yeah, for the most part, I mean, Miami, they didn't look bad against Buffalo. I don't know why you guys picked the Jets, but I thought that one was pretty easy. Monday games were hard to watch if you weren't a Miami fan and you weren't a Broncos fan. They were just hard to watch. But yeah, I mean, Bears are shocking me. Still got to continue to prove it to me for me to continue to pick them consistently. We'll see how my picks this week, but I'm excited to go ahead and flip the page, get on to this week, and take the lead back. I'm right on Zach's heels. Zach's going back-to-back weeks. He's seeing the field good, and even if that is him picking the favorites. But yeah.
And I won some parlays this week, boys. So we're up big.
Love it when you see people win money. Green Bay, Dallas. Green Bay's defense shocked me at how poor they played. It's either they play bad, the Cowboys' offense is really nice. I think Brian Schottenheimer is a good play caller. Let's see. Tennessee, Houston. Y'all didn't talk about that, but Houston dominated, but they got to figure some stuff out on offense. I'm not understanding it. Philly, I mentioned earlier, not completing a pass in the second half and still winning that game. They're just finding ways to win. Gotta respect it. Speaking of that, finding ways to win, I wish the Saints would learn how to do that. We had 2 chances in this game to take the lead. Going into halftime, Philly special. I don't hate the play call, but I hate the execution of the play. Chris Olave, I know you don't throw balls. Why are you throwing balls like that? Yeah, I assume y'all didn't watch this game
No.
or saw
No.
the play. This man gets the ball. We're on the 4-yard line, 3-yard line going in. Second or third down. Throws a looper on the goal line. Never going to work. Cole Bishop made a great play. Intercepted in one hand. Missed out a chance to take the lead at halftime, and then 9 minutes left. Fourth quarter. 16-point dogs. Buffalo's supposed to blow us out. 9 minutes left. Spencer Rattler, just slightly inaccurate. Touchdown call overturned due to a poor pass. Brandon Cooks, hell of an effort. Missed a chance there. Buffalo then goes up by 8. Or no, they go up by 9. And then we try to force the issue. Can't, try to get the ball back. Stop them. Roughing the kicker. Kind of halted our chances to come back in that. And, 3 of the 4 games, we've kept it competitive with playoff teams. But we just don't have that extra gear to find ways to win like Philly. There's no moral victories, but I did say I hope we're competitive. We've been competitive. Now we just got to turn this competition to wins. Got to make those small plays, those 5 to 6 plays that make a difference. You got to start making them. Any other thoughts? Week 4.
No, I mean Jackson Dart's going to be interesting to watch. Kind of evolve, and him and Scattaboo in the backfield of the Giants as rookies. Him being able to go in there and get their win against the Chargers, a good Chargers defense. I mean, I'm impressed, but I'm also kind of sitting here waiting to kind of see what else NFL teams throw at them. They don't have you guys next, do they?
Great transition. Week 5.
They do have you
They
guys.
in fact do have us.
Yeah.
First away game. We'll get to that later.
First
But
away?
like Jackson Dart's first away.
Oh, okay.
But starting week 5, we got Thursday Night Football tonight in an hour approximately. Rams, San Fran. We're all going Rams here. Zach, explain your pick here.
Well, San Fran is kind of hurt right now, and I think the Rams will cover it just fine.
There we go. Aiden. Why the Rams here?
I like the way that the Rams have been playing. I mean, they have the 4th offense in the league right now. With San Fran, they have the 5th, but that's their offense is, Zach said it, they're hurt right now, so I don't know how well, if they're going to keep that offense grooving. I'm really interested to see how the Rams attack the 49ers defense. Defense is top 10 in the NFL right now, so it'll be a good chess match. Matthew Stafford's Stafford. Like, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Even at his age right now, he had a lot of bumps and bruises and questionable injuries at the beginning of the season and year, but he's still throwing it out there to Puka and Adams, so that's why I stuck with the Rams.
Yeah, I think the Rams are clicking right now. They should be 4-0. Block field away from being 4-0 against the Eagles. They're clicking right now. San Fran, they're finding ways to win. These games are always competitive. Looking forward to watching that tonight. Seeing a great game. I just want great primetime games. That's all I want. It's not hard to ask. Minnesota, Cleveland. Zach is our black horse, as some may say, in this game. Why are you going with Cleveland? What about Browns and Dylan Gabriel got you excited?
It's not about the offense; it's about the defense. I I just think their defense is going to overwhelm JJ McCarthy, and that's my thoughts. I mean, I don't think the Browns necessarily have a better offense. I just think they have a superior defense, and I think they will put a hurting on McCarthy and lock him down.
I don't think McCarthy's playing.
He's not. Is he still hurt? Okay.
I think he's still out.
He's still out. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just sorry.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. Is you talking about the same defense that gave up 34 to Detroit?
Yeah,
That
but they
defense?
also locked down the Packers, so
Which isn't that good of an offense? No, I digress. It's your pick. I'm glad you're picking this. It's a free win for me and Aiden. If you tell me. Aiden, why did you have common sense like me and pick Minnesota this week?
So, to Zach's point, I did think I was going to pick Cleveland. Cleveland's
Well, why
defense
didn't
is. I'm going to explain.
Hey, y'all heard that here. We want to change this.
No, don't
you
you
got
hey,
Cleveland.
hey, put that back. No,
Go ahead.
no. I sat there and I was really, trying to decide between these two. I mean, Cleveland's defense is, I believe it's the number one defense in the league right now. But on offense, they have to turn around and look at a whole nother defense that is phenomenal. Minnesota's defense can show you one thing, can show you another thing, and then once the ball snap, it's completely different. The way that they move their safeties, their corners, their linebackers, it's really unique. It's one of the best things that I like. I'm starting to see it with like Ohio State and stuff, which in the college is crazy. But the way that Minnesota's defense is, I think it's going to be too much for Dylan Gabriel. I think Carson Wentz coming back, not playing overseas. I think he's a roller coaster. He really is. But I think he's gonna kind of hone in and get the dub. They did come back and play Pitt pretty close, but I just think that Minnesota's defense and then the way that their offense is, I don't think they're gonna have much of a problem with Cleveland.
Guys, I tried to help him out last week, telling him to do some research, watch some games. Aiden clearly didn't. Aiden didn't. He just said, after playing across the pond, they're going to come back and be good. Aiden.
Oh, they're in
across the
London.
pond.
They're
Look
in
at this
London.
man.
I forgot.
I told C chat. You
I
think I'm
knew
crazy
that.
for
I
what
just
said.
forgot it. I knew it, but I forgot it. You're right, because I made a big deal about it last week, about how they're playing in Ireland and then they have to go to London. So yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, still my point still stands, just not in the U.S.
Yeah, whatever.
They're playing overseas, so they're already used to it. Dylan Gabriel's gonna have to travel and get that. All right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I forgot.
but to
I did
Aiden's
do
point-
my research. Did you know that the Rams were the fourth offense in the league?
What do you mean fourth offense? What does that
They're the
mean?
fourth best offense in the league.
And according to what metric? What
ESPN
metric are you using? What do
yards.
you mean by ESPN? Oh, okay. So they have the fourth most yards. Yards don't win your football games.
it
Points
helps.
do. Points win football games.
Okay.
But you know what Aiden was saying with Minnesota, I agree. For them to travel to England, first game for a rookie, and to see this confusing Minnesota defense that throws a lot of different looks at you. I mean, this goes to show Cleveland's inability to run an organization. I would have let a veteran like Joe Flacco play this game, and then when you come home next week, then you start Dylan. But Cleveland doesn't know what they're doing, clearly. So we'll take that free win. That's one. Catching Zach this week. I know we're all picking Indianapolis this next week. I will actually be at this game, so if y'all are in town, want me to sign some autographs, take pictures. hit
you're
me
actually
up.
going to that game?
Yes, I'll be at the game. Um, when you know people, you know people. I get to see Ashton Genty in person, Danny Dimes in person. You know, I hope it's a great game.
You will see.
I'm gonna have the Saints game pulled up. So
You will see the Colts play at Lucas Oil before I will.
yeah, Aiden lives there, so it's kind of crazy. It's my first time being at Lucas Oil too, so I'm excited. Uh, but man, let's talk about it. Let's talk Giants at New Orleans. Tavius, what do you think about this game? Um, really,
So
I just hope.
transitions.
Okay, don't hate. Um, if we don't beat the Giants, I don't know who we're gonna beat. If I'm being honest, even though the Giants do have a win, they beat a good Chargers team. I think that was a rookie bump, right? Jackson Dart didn't play all that well. He only threw for like 111 yards or whatever. Less than 150. It might be 147. I get the numbers confused. So many numbers out there. Um, but he was dynamic with his legs, and I think that made a difference. And New Orleans has struggled in the past with dynamic quarterbacks. So if we can keep him in check, we have a good run defense. We weren't that good against Buffalo. But I think we can contain Cam Scatterboo. He runs right into people. He's not shifty, so I think we'll be good. Yeah, if we don't beat the Giants, I don't know who we're going to beat. Yeah, but I think we can. I think we'll be able to confuse Jackson Dart just enough. Pull out a win, get our first win of the year. You heard it here first. If we don't win this game, I'm not picking them next week. Can't do it. Can't keep picking them and look delusional like Aiden. So, yeah. Going with the
Crazy.
Saints. We already know why y'all are going with the Giants. Y'all hate me as a human being. Want to see me in my demise. But why don't y'all pick the Giants?
First off, the delusional jab at me deserves a dudum-ch. Because we all know who's the delusional. Second off, I am very interested to see how Scatterboo does against your guys' defense. Yes, you guys struggled just with the Bills, but I mean, the Bills' offensive line is really good. The Giants' offensive line is not. So we'll see kind of how that is. This was a toss-up game for me. You hit it right on the head with Jackson Dart. He didn't play like outstanding. His legs was a big factor of the game last week. He showed that on film. I do believe that the Saints will adjust to that, but I'm still going to go with the Giants just because they're on a high right now. I think that team has life. Their defense is really good. I think it's going to cause problems for Rattler and the Saints offense. I have a gut feeling that this is going to be a defensive game.
I'll agree with that too.
Ugly offense, beautiful defense, but that's why I picked the Giants.
Zach?
Kind of similar to Aiden said. I think their Giants are riding a little high right now, especially like after a great performance by Jackson. Or well, I guess not great, but a solid rookie performance by Jackson Dart. I mean, I think the vibes are going to be high, and I feel like they're going to continue it into this week. So I guess we'll kind of see what happens.
There we go. Like I said, I'll be at the Raiders Colts game, but I'll have this game on my phone for sure. Dallas, New York, we already know. Until New York can show they can play football, Dallas should win that. Denver, Philadelphia. We're all going Philly. After Denver just put on a great performance. I think I can speak for all of us. Philly's just finding ways to win games, no matter how ugly it is. I think we all see them doing that this week. But I think Denver has a good chance. That defense is nice. So,
Yeah,
I mean, causing problems.
I agree. You also have to look at who Denver played last week. Yeah, they got a good win, but Cincinnati's not looking too great, offense or defensively. Philly, it's at Philly. That's the main reason why I picked Philly. They have to travel to Philly and try to beat them there. The way that Philly's been playing, They've just been winning games, finding ways to win games. But I think it should be a good game. I think that might be, depending on how tonight goes with 49ers and Rams, that game could be a game of the week.
Yep, for sure. And I'm already calling it now. Pastor Tan's about to put clamps on A.J. Brown. We're going to see some more cryptic tweets. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, A.J. Brown has one game that he's caught a bunch of balls. All the rest, he's not touched the ball very often, so it's not going to be that hard to shut him down.
Well, y'all heard it here. Aiden thinks A.J. Brown's talentless. Going on
I
in
did
Miami,
not say
Carolina. Me and Aiden picking Miami, but Zach picking the Panthers. What's up with that?
Don't really have a reason. I just picked the Panthers this week. Just being completely
Alright.
honest.
There we go. Another 3-1 for me and Aiden. That's 2. We're catching up, Aiden. Yeah, I think we both think Miami's offense is, even though they lost Tyreek, I think they'll do just enough to win this game.
He seemed pretty happy to be getting carted off that field.
Yeah, no, it's not crazy.
He doesn't play with Tyreek anymore.
I think he's just happy that he didn't tear anything. It just dislocated.
There's reports that he tore multiple ligaments.
I thought they said that they didn't. Is there another one that came out and said that?
Let's see.
But he posted on social media that he was good, so the way that was and the way that his leg was, I was like, man, that's crazy. So,
according to CBS Sports, Dolphins wide receiver undergoes season-ending surgery to repair dislocated knee and torn ligaments.
Okay.
Like I said, Aiden doesn't do research.
Oh my gosh.
Moving on. Houston, Baltimore. I am the lone wolf here. Tavius, you just crapped on Houston's offense. Why are you going with them here? Well, there's nothing like revitalizing an offense against an awful defense, which Baltimore has. They haven't proven they can stop anybody. They couldn't stop children on the playground. And I think this is a great week for Houston to find their rhythm, find their calling card, lean on the rookie Woody Marks. Hopefully him and Nick Chubb establish a 1-2 punch. And CJ Stroud get comfortable. Clean pocket. Throw some, dingers to Nico Collins. Yeah, and Lamar Jackson's not playing. I don't believe in Cooper Rush. So, there we go. Why'd y'all pick Baltimore, Lamar's not playing?
So I picked Baltimore because I feel like this week they're going to try to do different things on defense. I think their defense is going to be a little better this week than what it has been in the past. And even though Lamar's not playing, I think Rush can distribute the ball to the playmakers on the receiver wise and with Mark Andrews. So I still believe in their offense, handing the ball off to Derrick Henry and getting it to their weapons on the outside. And then I feel like their defense at some point this season has to do something different, because the past weeks it has been letting all the teams go up and down the field and score. So I think this week they're going to try something different. I think it's going to work, and I think it's going to hold Houston for the win.
There we go. Anything to add there, Zach, or did Aiden hit it on the head for you?
Got it on the head. I really don't have anything else to add to that.
All right. We're all picking Arizona to beat Tennessee. Dumpster fire over there. Tampa Bay, Seattle. We got 2 Buccaneers pickers over here. Tavius, the lone wolf again. It's either Tavius comeback season or Tavius dig himself a bigger hole season. Hopefully it's the first part. Why'd you pick Seattle, Tavius? I think Seattle's just playing great football right now. Similar to the Eagles, they're finding ways to win. They're clicking on all 3 levels of the game. And Tampa Bay, they keep falling into this trap of let's go down early and hopefully come back in the fourth. A little Baker magic. And they found out last week it's not going to work. I think this week they fall into the same trap. Seattle has a great defense. You know, I think they're going to stymie the Buccaneers. And then Bucky Irving's questionable, foot sprain. Don't know if he's going to go. If he does go, he's going to be hobbled. So I think that's going to catch up to the Bucs offense, and they won't be able to establish a run game. You're going to have to throw the ball, and Seattle will get after them and make bigger pay. So why are y'all picking the Bucs in this one?
Zach, do you want to go first on this one?
I don't necessarily have like a good reason. Like, I think Baker Mayfield's been playing pretty well, so all right, that's fine. You're just a hater because you're a Saints fan. Right? We get it.
That's not. I gave reasons as to why Seattle would win. You're over here. I don't have a good reason. I just closed my eyes and pointed.
That's fine. Sometimes you don't need a good reason to pick who you want.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. This guy. We need opinions. The people want to hear your opinions. And all of you got is, I like red. Like, what are we doing?
Red is my favorite color.
This guy. This guy went to school with colors blue, and he's talking about red. Traitor. All right, Aiden. Why are you picking Mr. Mayfield?
Because I feel like Tampa Bay is the one team that can travel to a lot of different stadiums away and come out with a win. Also, don't know if you guys saw, but the jersey lineups for this game,
Look nice.
Phenomenal. Oh, looks like Tavius didn't do his research.
Oh, sorry, I don't just look at jerseys like this. All right,
I
Chad,
don't.
here's story time. Aiden's favorite thing to do. His two favorite things to do. Y'all want to know? I'll wait. Create some suspense. Because Aiden doesn't even know what I'm about to say. His two favorite things to do: watch bad football from Florida, and two, look at people's uniforms and judge them based off that. I'm surprised he's not an Oregon fan, if I'm being for real. That's how much he likes uniforms.
Based off of that, you think I'm picking this based off of jersey? You think that's how I pick football games, is based off of jerseys?
I mean, Zach picks it off colors and feelings.
I have explanations. I have reasons. I do not just pick because of their jerseys. I pointed this out because their jerseys lineup is crazy for this game. Seattle's going with their throwback home unis, and the Tampa Bay Bucks are going with their alternate creamsicle jerseys, which are phenomenal. That's just a great lineup, great matchup with jerseys.
I like the Bills icy ones.
Those are nice too. Those are nice too. But
Where the heck are they? What do you mean? Oh, you talking about the ones with the white with the little orange for the Bucks?
yeah, they're all white with the creamsicle orange on the inside.
Okay. Seattle's is alright. Yeah, you act like this was a great jersey lineup. What are we talking about?
It is. The throwback Seattle home jerseys are so nice.
Whatever. Get to your point. Let's go.
But my point is that I already said my point. Tampa Bay, I feel like is a very strong team that can go into different places and win. I like Baker, and yeah, they get down early and then try to come back. But I feel like they're just getting all this work in now, and then it'll click throughout the season. Come playoffs, they'll be a strong team.
So y'all heard that, right? Did Aiden do research this time?
Oh
Tampa
my
can go on the
gosh.
road and
Is this
win?
all it's going to be? I can't have my own opinion?
I just pulled it up. See if you got stats to back it up. In 2023, they went 6-2. 2024, they went 5-3. This year, they're 2-0. So that is a total of 13-5 on the road the last 3 years. Pretty good.
That was last year. I'm saying this year. Didn't they go to the Falcons and win?
I just said
Yeah.
they have a great road record the last 3 years.
Okay.
What are we doing here? I said good job.
Okay. Usually you don't do that. Usually you don't do that. Usually you like to do the opposite.
Guys, I'm an objective critiquer. Jack, don't even. Listen, I have no good reason to pick this game. I'm just doing it off feelings.
You're just mad because I've won the last 2 weeks in both college and NFL. So
I'm not mad. I just said why. You're picking the favorites to win. It's a good strategy. Detroit, Cincinnati. Until Cincinnati can prove they can move the ball on offense, we're going to keep picking against them. And then Washington Chargers. I think Chargers won't be able to bounce back. Jaden Daniels is coming back. And I think that's just enough to put Washington over the edge. But I wouldn't be surprised if Washington lost this one. I'm not confident in this pick, but I'm going with JD5.
Yeah, I think the Chargers defense bounces back. I think they're not happy with the way that they performed against the Giants. I think the whole Chargers team is not happy losing to the Giants. So I think they're going to turn around and play their best ball coming against the Washington Commanders. I think with Jaden Daniels coming back, I know he's a baller. He's been sitting out a couple weeks. So him coming back, I think it's going to be a little ugly to start. But then I think they'll find their groove, but I don't think that it'll be enough for them to pull out the win.
Zach, you like their uniforms too?
yeah, I like the uniforms.
All right, why do you think Chargers winning this one?
Why do I think the Chargers are winning this one? Because I think they're the better team. I don't think Washington's gonna Jane Downs come back or not. I just don't think Washington is going to have, the manpower to beat them. And kind of like what Aiden said, like the Chargers defense ain't gonna let that shit happen again like they did for the Giants. So I think the Chargers should have this lockdown.
Some analysis. That's nice. Buffalo, New England. We're all going Buffalo here. I mean, one of the best teams in the league. I think this will be a game, though. I'm excited to watch this. New England's been playing well the last couple weeks.
They have been playing really well. They've been playing. I didn't think they'd be playing this well, to be honest. But they are. Drake May's playing good. I mean, Vrabel's got that team bought in. Vrabel was a guy that I wanted the Bears to get, but it's okay. Ben Johnson will do well.
I think Ben Johnson comes from a similar ilk as Mike Vrabel. You can get on some people. I mean, he gets on the sideline reporters too, like they're a part of his team.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect it. I like the hustle. Last game of the week, got Kansas City and Jacksonville. I'm going Jacksonville. I think, surprisingly, Liam Cohen, he's doing something down there in Duval, whatever they do. Even though I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence, Cohen's got them playing some kind of way where they're just finding, ways to win. And I keep doubting Jacksonville. They keep proving me wrong. At some point, I got to learn. Even though they're playing Kansas City, hey, I'm gonna ride Zach a little bit. Kansas City lose. They go 2-4. No, they go 2-3. We'll be 1-4. We're only one game back of the Chiefs. I like to be in that spot, so I'm going Jacksonville here. Wait, Zach. Yeah. Come on, Zach. Let's see that analysis, because you hate the Chiefs, but you're picking them.
I don't hate the Chiefs, bro. It's a false statement. And why am I picking the Chiefs? Because they are clearly the better fucking team than Jacksonville. Like, it's obvious. Like, I don't know if this requires an in-depth explanation. Like, the Chiefs are just the better team. Like, offensively, defensively, coaching wise, they're just the better team.
Interesting. Okay. Even though Jacksonville has a better record, the Chiefs are a better team. Interesting. Those are our picks this week, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know down in the comment section who's going to win this week and why.
You don't want to know why I picked the Chiefs?
You like red too. My bad. Go ahead. What's up?
Nah, it's all good. I don't have much about it. I mean, I just think the Chiefs, they're going to pick up.
Time.
No, can I talk? I think
Gosh dang.
I think the Chiefs are just. I'm just gonna explain. I think the Chiefs they're going to pick up right where they left off with Baltimore. I think they're on a little run right now. I think they got a groove in. I don't think Jacksonville can stop the Chiefs. Yes, even though Jacksonville does have the better record, sure, whatever, you can take that with a grain of salt if you want, but I just think the Chiefs finally found their groove. I think they're going to just pick up right where they left off against Baltimore, and I think it might be a blowout against Jacksonville.
And Xavier Worthy's back, so that there's another weapon back.
Xavier Worthy returned last week. Goodness gracious.
He's back.
I tell you, guys, chat, I don't know what to do here. I got two people that don't know what's going on.
You know,
they live
chat.
on the rock. They
Chat.
don't get no sunlight. They got
He says, chat, he says all of this stuff, but he has yet to beat us on any
True.
picks.
True.
NFL, college, none.
guys.
So yeah, you're right. I don't keep up with all the injury reports and all this stuff, and I'm not in depth in research and all the NFL things. But I've picked better. I'm picking better than everybody. I have the most picks right out of everybody. Zach's coming up, but he does all this talking, but it doesn't show up with his picks.
You know what? That's a
Just
fair
wanna say.
point. We should call Zach Stevie, Aiden Wonder, because this is what they're doing every week.
Not true.
They're just doing that, and it's working. I respect
It's
it.
crazy because Tavia's got the answers to the test, and he's still getting them wrong.
Man,
That's crazy.
that was funny. That was a good one, Aiden. Good job. Psych. I lied. No, funny. Look, I picked different than y'all 7 times. I mean, if we look at it, Aiden and Zach only picked different on 2 games. Sounds like someone's copying somebody. I'm out here making actual picks.
I
Let's
picked
see if they
before
work.
Aiden, so
I don't look at either of your guys'
So,
picks.
wow. Aiden's copying Zach because
no, I don't think anyone's copying anyone. Come on.
Okay,
I don't
Zach,
look at your guys'
golly.
picks. I look at the matchups.
Yeah, you look at the matchups and make up stats in your head, and
Yeah,
Tyreek
you're
Hill,
right.
he might come back next week.
I never said that.
All right.
If Tyreek Hill comes back next week, that's just a medical marvel.
He's got to have Aaron Rodgers, doctor.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments who y'all think is going to be right this week and why it's Tavius. And now it's time to transition to something Aiden actually likes.
I like NFL
Man.
as well.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Something Aiden actually cares about. College football. Week 5. Some crazy games happening. Virginia beating Florida State. Didn't have this on our board. Virginia looked solid. We got Arizona State beating TCU. Tavy is starting off 1-0. Love to see it. I thought this was going to be great momentum for me. We both get Georgia Tech. Wake Forest gave them a fight, though. It was a good game.
Some
Yeah,
people
well,
say that the
well,
rest blew it for Wake Forest.
Maybe. Sounds like Wake Forest fans to me. Illinois beats USC. We all get that right. Great game.
Oh, I got
Notre
it.
Dame. Put it on Arkansas. Boy, that looked bad. Notre Dame might be back. Now this is where we all tie up. Washington. Ohio State's defense is the truth, I tell you. Held them down like a big brother, little brother action. You gotta use the restroom, Aiden? You good?
No, I gotta grab something real quick. It's beeping. Go ahead and go off about your LSU Ole Miss game.
No, I want you to hear this. I'm gonna skip
All right.
that.
I'll be right back then.
Me and chat, we're gonna have a great time. Cause Zach's black screen too. Hey, chat, just want y'all to know, little tangent. I'm showing my face. Y'all putting a face to these picks. These two, hate to see it. Texas A&M handles Auburn. Y'all saw that. Indiana, Iowa, a lot closer game than I thought it'd be. Indiana takes that. This is where, man, I was close with this pick, but Mississippi State falls just short of Tennessee. Great game. Iowa State beat Arizona. We all got that. Oregon, Penn State, double overtime thriller. Penn State almost got the signature when they needed. Can't do it. They got a monkey on their back they can't get off. Zach won with them. Back to back losses for Zach. Georgia, Penn State, not holding it down at home. Great game. First time I saw a tackle screen and they just ran that dude over. That was crazy. Missouri handling Mass. We all knew that. BYU, Colorado. Colorado had this. Somehow they didn't. Oh, look at Zach.
Yep.
Decided to show his face.
Dinner is sorry. I'm making some potato soup, so it's doing pretty well right now.
This guy's making.
Can I make a comment? Oregon,
What's
Penn
up?
State. I think I watched most of the game. It's a solid game. I was really hoping Penn State would pull it out, but since they were home in the whiteout game, but they just did not. And same thing with Georgia and Bama. Like, I think Georgia had the chance to, take the lead, and then they just didn't. So I'll own those two losses. I picked the home team for both of them, and they both lost. So I was wrong.
Yep, it's all right. All right, we get it. BYU, Colorado. Colorado had this in the bag. BYU came back and took it from them. We all picked these winners. We got South Carolina, Utah, Baylor, and then Cal with the upset over Boston College. Aiden, good job on that pick. UCLA, Northwestern. I don't know why Aiden picked UCLA, but he needs to keep that up. Northwestern beats them easily. Louisville, Pittsburgh. We all clean sweep that one. Syracuse, Duke. We all believed in Ricky Collins. He sucks. Get the new transfer from LSU. Duke handles them. Rutgers, Minnesota. Aiden again. This is where we thought Aiden was just going to struggle. He was just missing on all these. This guy missed 4 picks in a row. Hate to see it. But we all missed this pick because Cincinnati's a lot better than we think. Beat Kansas on the road. Kansas State. Man. Beat UCF.
Wildcats.
I'm surprised Aiden picked a Florida school. We know how he feels about that. He
Yeah.
just went under that intuition. He would have been fine.
I don't know.
Vandy beat Utah State. Spanked them. Final scores of the week. Aiden Tavius tied at 17. Zach with the dub. Everybody give it up for him. Another sweep.
This was a great weekend of football, though. College
No, it
football.
wasn't.
What are you talking about? Yes, it was. Friday started off with overtime with Florida State, Virginia. All the Friday games were close, if not going into overtime. Then we started off Saturday. Illinois USC goes down to a wire. Illinois wins on the last-second field goal. The Notre Dame Arkansas game, that was
Blowout.
that was crazy. But then you have a great LSU Ole Miss game. I'll let you elaborate on that here in a minute. But Tennessee, Mississippi State, you almost got that pick correct.
I almost got a lot of picks correct.
Oregon, Penn State, phenomenal game. Alabama, Georgia, phenomenal game. This was a great weekend for football.
It was all right.
A lot better than what next weekend's going to be, that's for sure.
This upcoming weekend's going to be tough. But let's talk about the game we all want to talk about. LSU Ole Miss. Tavius, what happened? I thought LSU's offense was going to turn it up. I thought y'all would just bottle up Trinidad.
What happened?
Look, initial thoughts watching the game. The O-line, we didn't run the ball well, right? But I think as the game wore on, we ran it a lot better. I think we should have kept with the run a little bit. We should have been a little bit more patient with the run. And secondly, I think the loss is more on Garrett Nussmeier than it is the whole offense in general. Some of his decision making. I just didn't understand. Forcing it into tight areas, continuously throwing fade balls. Like, there's a difference between pushing the ball down the field and just throwing fades. And I think this as well played a part. Officials were really inconsistent with PI calls. Really inconsistent. Which tends to happen. They were calling them early, then stopped calling them when the same things were happening later in the game. Anywho, but we can push. You can push the ball down the field, attack the middle of the field, and be fine. But he was just kept throwing fades and just not running the offense well. And I don't know if it's an injury, pressure. I don't know. There's some miscommunication. They got to figure it out because I think the defense played well enough to beat this team. If we stop them on 4th and 3, I think we go on to win the game. But I digress. I think the problem with LSU this game on defense was I think the linebackers really hurt us. I think Weeks and Key and Perkins, their eyes, I think they fell for the play action and the runs way too much. I think Lane Kiffin controlled their eyes really well. And especially you saw it on the last play. No one was guarding the tight end. Linebackers were in assignment sound, and that caused a lot of errors, I think. So, sure, Ole Miss gets a lot of yards. I mean, they typically do against us. That's just how Ole Miss offense goes. But I think if we were a little more disciplined with our eyes and reading our keys better, I think, we even played better than we could have. I think holding this offense to 24 points, it's good enough to win a game. Offense has to figure it out. And bye came at a good time, with this upcoming schedule. With South Carolina, Bama, A&M, we needed this bye. And offense needs to figure out how to establish the run, play better on the O-line, and make better decisions. And hopefully the defense can fix their eyes and read their keys better. But Aiden watched film, watched the game over and over. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
How this game played out?
I definitely think you guys could have won this game. You hit it right on the head. Nuss was hurting you guys bad. I don't know what's up with him. I feel like we are not seeing the same Nuss that we're seeing last year. I know that there's been people saying, oh, he's injured and all this and all that, but I texted you in the group chat after I rewatched the game, and I was like, you guys got lucky. Ole Miss's defenders, the corners and safeties, don't know how to catch a football. Because the way that he was putting that ball into dangerous situations, there should have been at least 3 picks. This was I told you guys, this was, I don't know if I told you, but I was thinking this was looking like DJ Lagway against you guys. At least in the first half. First half, I thought he was trying to throw the game. Second half, your offense kind of got cleaned up a little bit. I noticed a lot of things on the defensive side, too. You guys, I guess I really never paid attention as much, but this game, you guys blitzed a lot in the first half. You guys would show Perkins coming from the field and blitz Weeks coming from boundary, which I get. You're trying to get Ole Miss's quarterback kind of flustered because you guys. That's the one thing that you guys have. You guys have you guys have really good linebackers across the board, but this one I think you guys just tried to do a little too much, at least in the first half, to where it kind of hurt you. Your defense, I still stand that you guys have a great defense. I just feel like this game was a weird game for you guys. It should have been a lot closer than it was. And I know that
It was a 5-point game.
No, I know. I'm just saying, throughout the whole game. But your guys' offense, I don't know what's been up with that. I know your guys' running back was out, but I have no idea what's up with Nuss. I don't remember hearing anything over the offseason or even last year that he was really injured. So
He hurt his torso in camp. And that's what they've been saying. So they were being conservative on offense because of that.
Yeah.
But apparently he got through it against Southeastern and was fine. Leading up
Yeah.
to this game was fine. But I don't even think it's more of a torso injury. It's just
No.
a decision making injury.
Yeah. It's
Not
up
anything,
top.
like it's just he's just not seeing the field as clearly as he did last year. I mean, even
Yeah.
last year he struggled with turnovers. He's not doing that this year, but it's like, man, it's like he's just not attacking, and we're just not attacking on offense like we can. So I don't know what it is. Hopefully they clean up this bye week, but
I don't know if he's getting settled into the game fast enough like he was last year. Like last year, I think it maybe took a drive and a half, and he was like settled in more. But
well, I
this,
feel like last year we would drive, but then like go for it on 4th and goal and not
Yeah.
get it, or 4th and 1 and not get it.
but
Whereas
this,
this year, like just so many 3-and-outs to start.
yeah, like the first half was just really weird, uncharacteristic on his part, and then the second half, like he threw a couple passes that I'm like, okay, there he is. Like that's who he is. He had, I don't know if it was a slant or what, but it was in zone coverage, and he zipped it in between like a tight window, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm used to seeing him do. That's what we saw him do all year last year. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a good time for you guys to have a bye week, especially coming off of a loss like this. Like it's a good Ole Miss team. I think Ole Miss is a good football team. Defense needs a little more improvement, but I think that their offense and defense is pretty good. I mean, their offense is pretty good, but this will be a good time to kind of take the first quarter of the season, dissect it, and move on with it. So, but yeah, that game was first half for you guys was just weird. Phenomenal touchdown, great concentration by the wide receiver with the deflection. That was phenomenal. A little bit of luck, but still good. So yeah, we'll see. But heading into this week,
Yeah, moving on to week 6, total scoreboard. Now this is not accurate if you take away these points. It's 103 Aiden, 99 Zach, 98 Tavies. I think a big week for me to come back. Start the 2 games off. We're both picking the better team. BYU, Georgia should be relatively easy games for them. But then, y'all are going for the ranked team on the road, but I'm going for the home team. I think Cincinnati showed me some last week. They're a good football team. Iowa State, I think it's going to be a great game. Excited to see that tomorrow. But yeah, any thoughts here?
yeah, I just believe in Iowa State's coach and the quarterback. The quarterback is a veteran, and Cincinnati's a good team, but I don't think they're going to beat Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. We're all going same team here: Michigan, Illinois, Pittsburgh, Clemson. Another difference here.
Can I interrupt real quick? The Padres have first and second with 1 out in the top of the 9th, and they're trailing 2. So
there we go.
it's getting interesting.
The Padres come back. Kansas State, Baylor. Me and Aiden going Baylor. Zach's going Kansas State. Why are you picking the struggling Wildcats here?
Go Wildcats. I don't know
Alright,
much about
great
either team.
analysis.
Go Wildcats.
Wake Forest, I think we liked what we saw last week from them. Virginia Tech, head coach, so.
I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that Virginia Tech is 2-0 with their coach being fired.
Let's see. Research. We will. There's Aiden Ross.
Yeah, Warford and North Carolina State, they beat.
All right. They beat 2 trash teams. Great job, Aiden. Appreciate that analysis.
Just saying.
Penn State, UCLA, pretty clear there. We'll come back to this funny game. Vanderbilt, Alabama. Oh, look, shocker here. Zach's not picking Bama. Tell us why.
Didn't Vanderbilt beat him last year?
All right. That was Vanderbilt was at home. Now they're on the road. Why do you think they're going to beat them this year?
I mean, clearly they're a better team this year than they were last year. So if they beat him last year, why couldn't they beat him again this year?
Why can't Bama be better?
Maybe I'm just looking for an upset here, Tavius. Did you call that upset last year?
I did.
Then what? So what's wrong with me picking it? No, is because I just don't like Bama. Maybe, but I feel like Vanderbilt's they're a ranked team. They're playing good.
Undefeated.
Exactly.
They haven't played nobody good though. South Carolina
Still undefeated.
Lenore Sellers got hurt.
Still undefeated.
Okay, and all right. I'm picking Bama. I think Vanderbilt covers because I think they are a good team and they can run the ball, control the clock. But I think Florida State beat them, let a fire under them. Now we're in the same spot last year where Alabama beats Georgia, then they play Vandy. I don't think they have a letdown here. I think they're locked in. Give me Bama. Aiden, anything
Yeah,
else?
Tavius, we talked about this game early in the season. I can't remember if it was week 1 or week 2. But we both agreed that this is going to be a personal game for Bama. They have that bad taste in their mouth from last year. It is kind of crazy that Vanderbilt is undefeated going into this game, even though they, like you said, they haven't really played anybody. I definitely thought that they were going to lose to South Carolina, but Sellers got hurt, and that didn't happen. I also heard that Bama, after they beat Georgia, 15 minutes after the game, yes, they were still happy, but their minds flipped to Vandy. And if that doesn't say something about that Bama team, I feel like this is going to be like a rivalry kind of feeling. If I could, I would. I'd love to go to this game. This game would be phenomenal to go to. I think Bama, the whole state of Bama, is going to be riled up for this game. I think they're all going to be outside the stadium tailgating. I think this is going to be a atmosphere, which I've never in my life thought I'd be saying this about a Alabama Vandy game. But what happened last year, I think this game is going. I am not mad that College Game Day is going to Alabama for this. Like this, the way that this game has kind of like been gathering its like intensity, to hear an Alabama team beating Georgia at Georgia, wrecking their home streak since COVID, 15 minutes after the game, going, we got to play Vandy next week. We're already locked in on Vandy. Is wild to me. Wild. But that's why I'm so excited to watch this game. And it's going to be hard because of the other game that we kind of skipped over. But I'm definitely going to have a ticker on this game. And I'm going to be trying to watch both games. So
Great analysis, unlike someone I know. These next few games, all picking the same team, not much to talk about. Then we got Miami, Florida State. Zach put this comment here. Aiden said he couldn't pick this game last week. It was just too hard. He didn't know what he'd do. We have his answer. He's picking Miami to beat Florida State on the road. I personally think Florida State losing to Virginia, they fell asleep. They believed it. They drank their Kool-Aid too much. Now they're locked in. They need to win to keep their playoff hopes, ACC hopes alive. I think a perfect way to do it is be the number 3 team in the country. I'm liking this game. I'm liking Florida State in this. Zach, why Miami?
Zach?
All right.
Sorry, can you say that again? I was watching the rest of the Cubs game. They just won. Miami, Florida State. We're talking about.
Why Miami? Why did you pick Miami for this game?
Miami, Florida State.
I feel like an idiot talking college football with you two because you guys have more analysis than me regarding these college teams. But I mean, obviously they're the higher ranked team. I feel like they're the better team. I know it's a disappointing thing, but I feel like Miami's played a little better than Florida State has. So you can be upset at that all you want. That's just my reasoning. So
You're
It'd
good,
be
Zach.
nice to just watch college football on Saturdays, like I asked. Just watch a couple games. Even watch highlights. You can watch highlights. You on your phone. Golly. You know who's the starting quarterback for Miami?
Carson Beck,
Now, of course, you know that. Who's the starting quarterback for Florida State?
I don't know.
Yeah, see that. All right. We picked these last 3 games the same.
Do you not
Aiden's
want?
going Kansas for some reason.
Do you not want my analysis on the Florida State Miami game?
We don't need it. People are picking A&M. I think Mississippi State's going to make it close. I think they cover potentially. But yeah, go ahead. Why are you picking Miami, Aiden? Of the Florida teams, why are you picking the team that beat yours?
Yeah, this game's tough for me to pick. I picked this game on actually yesterday. Waited for the last second to pick this game. Between the two Florida teams besides UF, I don't like Florida State more, so I went. That was a little part of my pick, but also kind of just looking at both of the way that these teams have been playing. Miami is going into this game undefeated. Florida State's coming off of a loss, a tough loss against a Virginia team. Great game. Just kind of got the bad end of it at the end. But I think Miami is a better team all around, offense, defense, special teams. I think they are. I think that they have more beef at the defensive line than Florida State does on the offensive line. And they've also had a bye week to prepare for this game. They've had 2 full weeks to dissect Florida State. They've also had an extra week. Sorry, they had a week to see what Virginia did on the defensive side and the offensive side to attack Florida State. As much as I don't like either of these teams, Miami does look like a good football team all around. So that's why I went with Miami, and I hope that they dog pound Florida State.
There we go. Now, the game Aiden's been waiting for to talk about.
Yeah.
As you can see, I went ahead and I knew what Aiden was going to pick Florida. I knew he'd get it wrong. Me and Zach would start off with points. Zach writing crazy word Tavius. I'm writing this is how we'll go. I mean, we just know. We know Aiden. He'll sit there and say Florida's not a national championship team. But based on his picks, he'll pick Florida to win 5 straight games in a row. I'll tell you. Go ahead, Aiden. Tell us why Florida's going to beat Texas.
You're darn tootin'. I will pick them, and I will continue to pick them as long as I think that they have a fighting chance. Just a fun fact, chat. I did not touch this line. I did not touch a single part of this. Actually, I take that back.
Yes,
I take
you
that back.
did. You
I
were
did.
such a
The
liar.
winners column. I cleared that one because somebody
I had this on. I just knew.
he filled out that whole line for me, him, and Zach, and the winner. And he already put the points in there. That's why Zach left that little comment. So I left it. Now, was I going to pick Florida? Yeah, I was. But here's my reasoning. Who has Texas played besides a really good Ohio State team? No one. Florida has had its struggles, a lot of struggles. But if we were to flip their schedules, I think Florida has the same record as Texas going into this game.
You're out of your mind.
That's how what I think. But now, did I take that from the college football commissioner? Maybe, but I do think Florida coming off of a bye week, they had to redo everything. I think this is a huge week, 2 weeks for DJ to get caught up, to get healthy. For the first time this year, Florida's wide receiver group is completely healthy. Offensive line had time to dissect film, to get healthy and practice. Defense, we're top 25 right now in, I think, total yards. So that's a positive. I think this game is going to be a defensive game. Texas has a good defense as well. But I think DJ comes out seeing the field better. Texas is also coming off of a bye week. So both teams had 2 weeks to prepare for each other. I hate doing this, but I'm going to. Florida last year went into the bye not looking good, came out of the bye a whole different team. I'm hoping they respond the same way that they did last year. That's why I picked Florida. I think if DJ can really hone in and get caught up like everybody from media is saying he is, I think this is a good chance for them to pull out the win. It's in the swamp, 3:30 kick. So we'll see. And Manning's been struggling, so we'll see if he's put it together. This was one of the most anticipated games this year with the way both of these quarterbacks have been playing. Obviously, this game has vanished. But I wouldn't be shocked if this is a close game, and I think Florida's going to pull it out. And we'll see how it is. Now, Tavius will say that I'm delusional, but
You're not. But
I think there is a...
Sack.
What do you mean what? I'm just saying.
So he's not
Texas is
delusional, but
gonna
I
win.
am.
And I gotta run because it's dinner time and it's time to eat. So Texas is gonna win. Florida, I hope is better, but I think Texas is gonna win. That's my comment on
Well,
that.
there we go. You know, I don't even get to say my piece, but you know what? It's all right.
Say it.
Yeah, you can say your piece.
You gotta go eat your potato soup.
You can say it. I'm just saying that now.
No, you can't head out because then it's gonna ruin the thing. But anywho, let us know in the comment section.
No. You're going to say your piece. Say your piece.
No.
I'll just mute.
This guy's unbelievable. I just don't see, chat, how y'all can't say Aiden's delusional, but y'all can say I am. I say Saints got a chance to make the playoffs. I'm going to keep picking them because I think I can
No,
find
that's
ways to
not
win.
what you said. You said the Saints are a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
I never
But-
said Florida was a national
But
champion.
you pick them to win every week. I don't understand that logic. How you can say Florida's not a national championship team, but you pick them every week to win. If they were to win all the games you just said they would win, they'd be 5-0 national championship contenders.
Just because so they did not have a chance at all in any of the games that they played. Not a
Did they
single
have a-
chance.
Did they have a chance? Yes, they had a 3% chance to win in 3 games. Like, what are we doing here?
This is
You
where
can't sit there- No, how does that not make sense, Aiden?
No,
You
no.
said they're
This
not a
is
national
where
championship team, but you picked them to win every game.
it's 5 games, Tavius. It's 5
Yeah.
games.
So what? Y'all are going to lose the last 6?
They can. They could. They've already lost, what, 3?
Yeah, but you're not going to pick them to lose. You're going to pick them to win every game.
No. Every game this year so far, I feel there was a good chance for them to win.
Y'all had 2 good chances to win. Games y'all should have won. Long Island, USF. You lost one of them.
Yeah?
LSU, that was going to be a tough win.
Yeah, but we still only lost by 10. I know that you guys could have scored at the
Miami?
end, but we still
Tough
only
win.
lost by 10.
Texas, these are like... even if
Miami-
you did beat USF.
Miami was a one-possession game before we turned the ball over.
That's fine and dandy. But Aiden, you can't say they're not a national championship team.
I never said that.
But they can. You said they're not.
Yeah, they're not. They're not a national
And I'm
championship
saying
team.
you can't say they're not and they can just beat national championship contenders. You picked them to beat Texas, Miami, LSU, all national
Yes.
championship contenders.
Okay.
So how does that not make them national championship contenders if they beat 3 national championship contenders according to you and your picks?
Because, well, watch. Will I pick them to win next week? I don't know. We'll see. But you can win. They can win 5 games.
How does that not? I know they can win 5 games.
So then why if I'm not understanding it, then that's fine. But for me to say that they're not national championship, not a national championship team, but then I say that they can win against LSU, Miami, and Texas. So say that I told them that they could lose those, but then I say that they're going to win the rest. I'm still delusional. Like what would I be? What would I be if I picked teams that they could win and they couldn't win? Like, no, I'm probably not going to pick them next week. Do I want them to win at Kyle Field? Yes, but are they? Probably not.
So why? So now you're gonna hop off the bandwagon after you picked them for 5 straight weeks.
No, I'm being.
I don't. You're being real. There's no way you think Florida can beat Texas this week.
There is.
They have shown you for 2 weeks in a row. They didn't play last week, but I'm talking about the 2 weeks they played. When they face an elite defense, they've scored 10 points and 10 points. Do you think if they follow that trend and they score 10 points, do you think that's enough points to beat Texas?
But we're also missing out that this was a bye week. A lot of teams do get better off of their bye week.
That's a speculation. You don't know if they got better. You'll find out Saturday.
You're right. I said that in my analysis. I said that I'm hoping that they do. So, yeah, I'm going to have hope that they're going to play.
Get better and play better, they score 17, 20 points. You think that's enough to beat Texas?
Yes, in the swamp, I do. Because their offense hasn't been playing that well either. Who have they played other than Ohio State?
Yeah.
Nobody.
They played all of their non-conference games.
Who are nobodies.
That's fine. They picked Ohio State and they lost a 1-possession game defensive battle. But now it's SEC time.
Right. So they have played nobody and they're heading into the swamp. Regardless.
Playing a nobody. Let's be real. Y'all are 1-3. You're nobodies.
Okay, yeah. But we have more potential to be somebody than the teams that they played.
How? Even if y'all won the rest of your games, you're not going to an SEC championship game, and you're not playoff contenders anymore. You lost too many games.
We're on the verge. If we win out, I think we could get into the college football playoffs.
As a 3-loss team?
Yes. Beating Texas, beating Georgia, beating A&M, beating Florida State. Now, beating Tennessee. That's 5 ranked teams going down.
Y'all might finish the game, the year winless, I tell you.
That's crazy.
I mean, you just named 5 juggernauts you're going to lose to.
But we were talking about if they win out. If they win all 5 of those games, you were telling me that they're not going to be considered to be in the college football playoffs?
You know what? That might be the greatest run ever in college football history.
I agree, but if they win those 5 games, they wouldn't be considered for the college football playoffs.
They'd still be a 3-loss team, and I don't think a 2-loss team's making the SEC champ game.
They don't have to make the SEC champ. They don't have to make the SEC champ game.
They're going to have to with 3 losses.
No, they don't have to.
A Florida team with 3 losses or Big Ten teams with 2? That's a valid question.
I think a SEC team with 3 losses gets in.
I don't. There's going to be multiple with 3 losses in.
Because this is the reason why. I think that they're changing their process of the college football playoffs this year. Because now it's strength of schedule and all of that. It's going to be the best 12 teams. It's not going to be deserving teams.
All I'm saying is, and I don't understand how you don't get this point, you said Florida's not a national championship contender.
Yeah.
But you picked them to win and beat national championship contenders. It just doesn't make sense to me.
But those teams aren't my national championship contenders. That's
So
why.
you're telling me LSU, Miami, and Texas are not national championship contenders?
I say they could be, but they're not mine.
How many contenders do you have then?
I have one. I have two right now.
You have two national. Okay, I don't think you understand what the word contender means.
No, I do.
They have a chance to win the national championship. So you think there's
Yeah.
only two teams with a chance?
Right now, yes. In my eyes, yeah.
Who are those two teams?
You don't want to know.
I just asked you.
Oregon, Ohio State. Those are the two right now.
So you mean to tell me Texas is not a national championship contender?
No, they have
They-
not played anybody.
They played Ohio State and lost by 7 on the road.
Yeah,
First week of the season and had 3 red zone opportunities.
and they
are
lost
they
on
not-
all of them.
They actually scored on
Okay,
no, no.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
You're
they
right.
didn't score.
Yeah, they got
scored
stopped on the
40.
one.
But how are they not a contender when they played Ohio State to a one possession game on the road?
Because that was week 1. They haven't played anybody since.
That has nothing to do with they played already and they lost by 1 touchdown. How are they not a contender?
Because I don't think that they can
You
make
think-
it to the
you think
national
Florida
championship.
You think Florida can beat Texas based on how they played against Miami and LSU and how it was close games until it wasn't?
And a bye
And
week,
now
yes.
Ohio State losing or Texas losing by 7 to Ohio State, all of a sudden, not good enough to win.
Yeah, they also beat UTEP 27-10.
That's fine. 17 points. That's 3 possessions.
Yeah, that's still like I'm expecting what they did to Sam Houston to be everybody else if they're a national championship contender.
What are you talking about? Ohio State beat Washington 24-6.
They also had to travel across the country.
Okay. Who else they played? They played Ohio and won like 34-10.
Ohio's a good team.
Yeah,
It's 37-9.
37-9.
That's still more than 17.
I'm glad you could do math. They didn't look good that game.
You're right, they didn't.
All right, so
But they looked good
they're
against-
national championship contenders. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't
I
tell me
do.
they look good against Texas. They did not look good against Texas. They both played sloppy.
They looked good against Grambling. I was going to say Washington instead of Texas, but they didn't look that good against Washington.
I don't think you understand what contender means. I'm convinced. I think you've also let
I
Pat know
do.
you don't know what this means.
I do know what contender means, but
So
just
there's
because I only
two
have 2
contenders.
doesn't mean that I don't know what that word
They're
means.
both from the same conference. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, 12 teams make the playoff, right?
Yes, not all 12 teams are national championship contenders.
How are they not when they're contending for the national
They're
championship?
making the playoffs. It doesn't mean just like the
Yeah.
same way that
When you make the playoff, you're a contender.
no,
What?
you have an
the
opportunity.
to play for that makes you a contender.
So I need to have 12 teams right now. No, it's not.
What do you mean?
To me, there's tiers.
There can be tiers, but oh my gosh. Here we go. We're gonna look something up, chat, and this is gonna be the last thing. Contender definition: a person or group competing with others to achieve something.
Yeah.
The 12 teams that make a playoff are doing what? Contending to win a national championship. Therefore,
Okay.
there are 12 contenders for a national championship.
But that doesn't. Okay. Yeah, they're competing for the national championship. But for me,
Yeah, okay. For me, let's all live in Aiden's world. It all revolves around Aiden. I forgot. My fault. My
a
bad.
true contender is making it past the first and second round. So if I don't
That
think a
makes
team's
absolutely no sense.
if I don't think a team's going to make it past the first round, I'm not going to make them a national championship contender.
Yeah, but what about an upset? So a team you
An
think is gonna
upset
make
can
it past-
happen.
Oh, so let's say Ohio State's the 1 seed, and they lose, so they get the bye, and they lose
Yeah.
to the A seed. So they're no longer a contender. They weren't a contender to start.
No.
All right, so there you go. You just use your own definition against yourself. Great job. This guy, unbelievable, chat. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he lives in this world of just being wrong. I don't know. But let us know who's right, who's wrong down below. Let us know your picks. Great chatting. This is a long one. Enjoy it. Let us know too how I was as a host. Let us know if you want to see me back, see Aiden back. You know, I'd say you could see if Zach wants to host, but he's too busy making dinner and not showing his face. So I don't know if he'd be a great host. We'll see though. Let us know. We might need to give him a shot. You know, but interact with us in the comments. If you're there at the Colts Raiders game in Indy, holler at your boy. I'll sign some things, take some pictures, whatnot. But yeah, man, it's great chatting. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
See ya.